Hi crafty friend, it's Justine. I hope you're doing so well. Today I'm going to show you 3 cards that I made with the sweater and the stitching pieces that come with it. So you can kind of see the overall layout for all 3 cards already, which I don't usually do. So here you go. There's no hiding any spare cards today, except I have stitched a whole bunch more. So this sweater has been one of my new faves, and I have a whole bunch of them. So I put all of the traditional Christmas colors here today on this video, where I'm going to show you how I stitch in all of the little extras that come with the sweater. And then I'm going to do another video later this month with non-traditional Christmas colors. We're talking blue, pink, purple, all of those kind of different kind of things. So I'm going to go ahead and get my needle ready. I'm going to start with this green sweater, the Ho Ho Ho, which makes an adorable little ornament to go on top of my sweater. Now, some people might be wondering, oh, that's like an ugly sweater for Christmas. Well, it could be, but in my opinion, I think it is a beautiful Christmas sweater. But I suppose if you wanted to be different, you could totally make this an ugly sweater by adding, I don't know, stickers or different colors with watercolor, Copic markers, I don't know. You could kind of get funky, is really what I'm trying to say. Which, I've been to Christmas parties where people have Christmas ugly sweater contests. So, you know, maybe if you were going to a party like that and you knew the hostess and you wanted to be kind of cheeky, go ahead. Make an ugly Christmas sweater. You do you. You know, that's the kind of the fun part of crafting. But I'm going to make more traditional ones today. So I already went ahead and stitched the top part of the Ho 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 ornament. And I am using this thread. This is from DMC. Here's a look at that. And then the number is D5200, which if you watched my stitching videos, I am not really all into the numbers of it all, but if you want to recreate it, go for it. I will link the thread in the description for you. Just to keep it simple, I'm going to use some double-sided tape to start this off. I was using up a roll of some old washi tape on the top part. It was not sticky, and if you know anything about this thread, it definitely has a bounce to it, the metallics. So yeah, I don't recommend washi tape for the metallic thread. Anyway, to start off my stitching, I'm gonna get up and close for you. But to start off the bottom, we're gonna get up close and personal here with the camera. I have my needle here. I'm gonna start from the outside. I'm gonna go up through the outside and then go down through the inside. And I'm just gonna repeat that going all the way around my ornament. And this motion of going up through the outside, down through the center is a classic kind of way to stitch for the Spellbinders dies. You'll find that with a lot of the flowers and even some of the background dies. There's a big center hole or like a main hole, and then the surrounding ones you kind of work your way around and kind of come back to that center point, which is what we're doing here. And with this metallic thread, it can be a little bit bouncy, like I said, so I like to take my needle and just kind of make sure everything's lined up so it looks like that nice sunrise over here, you know. I don't know why I say you know on my videos, because obviously you're not answering me in real time. I think it's just a bad habit. Anyway, just gonna finish off the rest of this ornament like so. And then this ornament die came with another die that is a circle, so that's going to go on the back of my ornament to kind of give it a finished look, because the little dots and the ho 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 could be punched out. I think I die cut this one on my Sidekick, which is a tiny die cutting machine. I don't know if it just didn't pop out the ho 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 or what, but I didn't mind that it kind of left it like that. Wasn't a big deal for me. So the green won't show through the ho ho ho, but that is again just fine. To finish it off, I just did some back stitching, and then I'm going to take a piece of double-sided tape and call it good. Alrighty, now to stick it on, I'm going to use my liquid glue. I use Barely Art liquid glue. I have a link for you if you need it in the description. It's just my fave. Used to be an art glitter person, which was great, but now I'm a Barely Art person. Anyway, we're going to put it on just like a little sandwich there with the back of the stitching all covered up, so no one's ever going to see any mistakes or any of that back stitching. It's just going to be there forever. Next, to finish off the ornament, I'm going to glue on the top part of the ornament, which I die cut out in gold mirrored cardstock, which I adore. It's just so pretty. So I'm actually going to just let that set as I stitch my next card to let the glue have a chance to stick to that mirrored cardstock and the red cardstock, because the gold mirrored cardstock is quite slippery. So sometimes it just needs a minute. Okay, next I'm going to stitch my snowflake. I'm going to use this DMC thread. It's kind of a cream. It is number 746, which I hope that's still the same number. I am not sure. I need to look into DMC a little more and understand if their colors are numbered forever. If you know that answer, let me know in the comments so I will know for later. But I have been very blessed, and I have been given a lot of embroidery thread from friends, family members, family friends, and a lot of it is older thread, which is just fine because it still works, and if the person doesn't want it anymore, it's not wasted. It's not going to sit in a landfill. It's coming to me, and I know that I will appreciate it, and they know that I'm going to appreciate it as well. So it's kind of a win-win. Of course, now that I'm on camera, I am having trouble threading this needle. So I'm going to grab my needle threader really quickly. My needle threader is nothing special. I don't know if it even has a brand, but DMC has a good one that is like a 3-prong one where you can use, there's like 2 hooks on the side that have, I think they're technically for yarn, okay, but to me they work well for hiding the ends of your projects on, but I can't find mine, so I don't know. I've just been using this little tried and true guy, and then there's a little blade on the end so I can cut if I'm on the go. This is my Stitch on the Go box. If you don't know, now you know. I am being sent a different needle holder, so I'll update you when I get that. And then I just keep kind of my cheapo scissors that I don't mind if I lose in this box. My cute Spellbinders ones, I would be sad if I lost, so those live on my desk. And then I keep a roll of the double-sided tape, which is left over from a card kit, and I keep some of the best ever craft tape because, you know, different projects call for different things. And then I keep a magnet glued to my box for this reason, right here. You know, day dot of vacation. My poor husband stepped on a needle. Poor guy. Anyway, I don't think it was mine, but we're not going to call out whose it was. But it wasn't the only person doing needlework. Now that my tail is secure on the back, I'll flip to the front and I'll show you how I stitched this snowflake die. I have stitched probably 10 to maybe 14 of these already, just making other cards and enjoying my stitching on vacation. So I've done this a few times, and here is kind of how I do it. So I went up the front, I went up the center, and then went up and over to the next one, down and up to the next hole. And then I'm going to do this little fingered area like this, and then I'm going to go up to the next one, over, I guess, down through that center, up through the last one, down through the center, then up through this one. Oops. Got a knot. Back up to that top hole. And then I'm going to go over to the right, down to that one again, up to the left, down to that same one again. So I'm going to repeat that on all four of the 8 of the arms of the snowflake. And then the other set of 4 arms looks like this, right next to it. So I'm going to come up the center and go through that top one, and then work my way around the fanned fingers like that. Really have a long string here. I don't need such a long one, but that's life. Put down this one, and then lastly like that. So you can see it makes like 2 little X's. So this is going to X like this, and all 4 of those parts of the X are going to have what I like to call the bird foot, which is the 3 little prongs and then the long leg. And then these 4 on this X or this T are going to have the little pine tree, which goes over. So we have the bird foot and the pine tree. I don't know. Weird thoughts when you're stitching sometimes, you know. Speaking of weird thoughts, I had a dream last night that I was on The Bachelorette and my husband was there and I was the Bachelorette, and I like saw my husband and I was like, that's it, we're done, we're not having any more TV show, I found my guy. It's so goofy. I just started watching The Bachelorette for this season and I think it was just on my brain when I went to bed. So goofy. I don't know. I also had a recent dream where I was an accountant, which, what? And I couldn't keep up with the paperwork, which is just so on brand for me. But I don't know why I would dream that I was an accountant. I don't think that would be a very good job for me at all. Just because I'm a little too kooky for accounting, you know? I feel like you have to be serious. I'm just not that person. That's why I'm a kindergarten teacher and a crafter. Oh, yeah. Anyway, I will finish up the snowflake and I'll show you what it looks like after. Now that I've finished all the stitching on the snowflake, I will just hide my tail by doing maybe 2 or 3 back stitches on the back just to secure it. I really don't have to be too fussy with this because it's going to be glued on my card here in a few seconds, but it's always good just to finish it off and make that end nice and tight, just in case it will, just to try to prevent unraveling on the card. With my stitching die, I'm just going to add some liquid glue here to my card, to my snowflake, and just put it right on my sweater. It's very simple, but it definitely is just a little extra touch to have a stitched card for Christmas. Okay, with this card, I'm going to take a little bit of a different path, and I'm going to put Christmas right over my snowflake, and this Glimmered Sentiment is from Yana's new collection that just came out yesterday, so if you're interested, check out the link. I'll link her whole collection. It's gorgeous. The whole glimmer plate itself usually says Christmas blessings, but I was thinking that the blessings would be just a little too much for the snowflake card. I didn't want it to cover up too much stitching. So I'm just going to stick that right on top of the snowflake like so, and that just looks great to me. Then I have this sentiment, Warm Wishes for the Coming Year, which is also from Yana's new collection. So I'm going to be daring and try to use a scissors to cut out this gorgeous sentiment. Then with some foam squares, I'm going to pop up this sentiment and put it on the bottom left of the card just as a little oomph. And I think that this card needs a little sequins or something. Same with this one, so maybe I will do that at the end. So if you're here for the stitching, I won't keep you long. Next, I will stitch this little adorable tree. It is a simple one, but a very adorable one. I think I figured out why I'm having such a difficult time threading my needle here is I'm not using my normal needle that I always stitch with because that is missing. So I need to find that needle because this one is very tiny. The eye of the needle is very, very slim, and getting all 3 of those strands in there is proving to be a little bit difficult. Oh my. I'm not going to use this needle. I'm going to use a different needle because that one's just giving me some troubles. Well, I thought my other needle was missing, but it actually was in my needle container the whole time. So, hiding in plain sight, I suppose, but you can kind of see this is a bigger eye of that needle. And see, this is why this, I just pulled it out. But this is why that's my favorite needle, because it just goes in and it's not a fuss. It just works so well. Okay, I will be delicate and not pull it out of the eye again. Alrighty, to start off, of course, I'm going to tape it down. I asked a few people in my comments of a couple different videos here for stitching, starting off their stitching projects. A lot of people use liquid glue. Some people just hide the tail or hold it. But I have found the more I stitch, I'm all about the stitching. I'm not about hiding the tail. That's not the fun part for me. So to me, I just like the tape because it's quick, you get it over with, you get to the stitching part. And this tree is a really easy one to stitch. You're going in the main top hole here and you're coming up the side ones on the bottom of the tree, and you can make this in seconds. So fast and so pretty. It looks like I have just barely enough thread to make this work, which isn't that weird how that turns out sometimes. But now I don't have to hide much of a tail. Just have to tape it down. Now that that's all taped, I am all set to finish off my next red sweater over there. And do you see how gorgeous that black and gold sentiment is? Oh, I just love it. I have been playing around with Yana's collection, and yesterday I put out a video using her collection, so there's that. Oh yeah, when I was making this card, I decided something. So, pretty background, isn't it, with that embossing folder? So pretty, I used it on all 3 cards. Stunning, gorgeous, beautiful. But I put my card base on backwards, and I took this as a sign. And I told myself, this is your sign to make this sweater card a shape card. So I will use this back on something, but not today. So I'm going to set this off to the side, and I'm going to turn the sweater card into the shape card, like I said. So I am going to grab the die itself. So if you don't know how to do a shape card, I'll just briefly show you. So here is the sweater die. Yay, here it is. And here is a blank card base that I have just hanging out on my desk. So to make the shape card, you take your die of the shape you want the card base to be in, and you just kind of leave an edge, like so, hanging off of the paper. And this is on the folded side, just like that. And then what I like to do is take a little bit of craft tape. So I have some here that just lives on my lamp post. Hopefully it's sticky enough. I might need to get some fresh tape. But we're all friends here, so you can see my reused tape. And then I'm going to run this through my platinum. I have it off camera over there, so I'll just do that quickly and then I'll show you what it looks like. So here is what it looks like right after my die cutting machine. I'll just gently take the tape off and we'll see if I need to hand cut anything. Sometimes it happens because you're cutting through 2 pieces of paper. I think in the, oh no, we're going to be fine, I think. But this is the fun part. You get to open it up. Ta-da! There's your little card. And since this is so textured in the inside, I probably should put some kind of panel in there. So I'm just going to quickly cut a little panel down to size to put in there. That way the person who's going to send this card has a smooth area to write. And that person perhaps will be me. So thank you. I'm sure my future self will thank me. Anyway, now to put on this sweater onto the front. I'm going to use liquid glue, and then I'm also going to just kind of hit the edges a little bit extra. Oh, the top's not going to be, oh, whatever. The top's not going to be showing all that much, but this is a homemade card, so we're going with it, people. Okay, the neck's going to pop out is really what I'm saying, because there's no neck on this one, because that's where it meets, but it's fine. Everything is fine. Anyway, my cousin says everything is mostly fine, which, yeah, that's probably true. Anyway, we're going to put that right onto the card base. I'm going to try to line it up as best as I can, and I might take a little scissors and do a little bit of fussy cutting just to make sure everything is trim and uniform. This is what I mean. We're just gonna roll with it, people. By people, I mean myself, because I'm talking to myself. I suppose if you really have an issue with that, you could die cut out another little neck piece and put it over there. To me, not a big deal. All right, we're going to move on, and I am going to just do a little bit of fussy cutting just to remove some of the white areas that are going around here. I suppose I could have done my card base in red to avoid this whole step, but you know, you live and you learn, or you watch and you learn, so maybe you're learning from my mistake. I don't know. Speaking of scissors, these are my favorite scissors for fussy cutting. They're the spring line from Fiskars. Basically, it springs open, so it's just a little bit easier on the hand. Especially for anyone who deals with hand pain or arthritis, this is a little bit easier on the hand. So I always use it because I'm sure one day I'll have arthritis. It really runs in my family. Now that I say that, I don't even know if arthritis is genetic. I don't know, but I'm sure I'll have it because I am always fussing around with my hands in some way or another. So I'm going to go with the bottom. Put the Christmas blessing on first because that will kind of decide how tall I can make my tree, and I guess that is determined by the placement of the star and the stump. So grab my little stump. I cut this out in white paper and then just used a Copic marker. I think I used E13 to just color my stump because I wasn't in the mood to go through my brown scraps, and I just decided, you know, we're doing white, we're gonna color it, keep it simple. Oh, perfect. That's gonna be just great for my star to go on top. There's a whole bunch of holes in this die, so I'm just gonna put some glue down. If some squishes out, don't be alarmed. Barely Art glue dries clear. All right. My star goes next. I'm gonna pop that up. Chaotic crafting here. Sometimes I feel like that should have been my channel name, Chaotic Crafter, because the more comfortable I get on camera, the more just kind of kooky and chaotic things become. Okay. Better just stick this one on before my too much brain goes berserk. Okay, there we go. I just have a feeling like I need to add little rhinestones on the tree, or Oh, I'm going to use these. These are so pretty. These are self-adhesive embellishments from Spellbinders, and this is the poppy color. But look how pretty that red looks. Oh, that is gorgeous. What a great little embellishment to add to my Christmas tree. Ah, the scale of it all. So pretty. Okay, let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections. Gorgeous. We love an odd number. And I think I'll put that one up there. Should I do 5 or should I do more? I don't know. See, I think 5 is not enough. I think we're gonna go more. See, there's that too much brain. Do I have green ones? I have green. Hold on. This is happening. I do. It's called spruce. This was meant to be. Alrighty. Sprucing it up, literally, with spruce. And finishing off this really cute shape card. This is so funky. I love it. Okay, we're at 10. I'm going to do 11 because why not? Put one at the top. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, I'm in love. Okay, back to my first one. I just need to add my ornament to the sweater. So let's just pop that on with some liquid glue. These ornaments would be so cute to do on one of those interactive cards and have the ornament swing, or have it go on some string and have it swing. I think that would be really neat. Okay, this card looks like it needs some embellishments. Let's use some sequins. I have the red ones on my desk. These are from a card kit from my stash. From Spellbinders from who knows how long ago, because I don't remember sequin colors too well. Alright, did you do it? Did you find a favorite? I think that the shape card is my favorite because it's just so unique. And the other ones are okay, but they're not as fun as the shape card. So I think the shape one is my favorite. I am going to add a little bit of sequins to this card too, because why not? It's a Christmas card. Let's bling it up. So let me know your favorite in the comments, and maybe it's the same as mine, maybe it's not. Which one are you most excited to stitch with too? I originally thought the snowflake would be my favorite to stitch with, and I have made a lot of the snowflake cards already, but this is just so cute. This is my favorite. This might have to go to a special someone for Christmas, I think. We'll see. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something, or at least had a good time watching me stitch. I hope you get to craft soon, and if you want to show me your amazing creations, go ahead and check out the link in the description to my Facebook group, and you can share your beautiful designs with me right there and 6,000 other people, which I am just super excited about because I've been growing that group for about 3 years, and it's just become this fabulous place. So if you're interested, click the link in the description. If you're interested in buying any of this, I have it all linked in the description. They are affiliate links, which helps support my channel. So thank you if you go ahead and do that. Also check out Yana's collection. I pulled from that as well. So check out her collection. It's fabulous. I know that you'll like it. And the video I posted yesterday was super fun and just all full of beautiful glimmered things, and I did pull in some stitching from the Stitched collection. So if you're interested in more inspiration for the Stitched for Christmas collection, check out that and subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to have a whole bunch of stitch videos the rest of the month. And at the end of the month, I'm going to have my stitched update video, which is kind of like the big shebang of my month. So I really enjoy stitching. I have been stitching a lot I stitched a lot on vacation, and my stack for that video is just growing. So stay tuned and come back for that video at the end of the month. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I hope you get to craft soon. We'll see you next time. Bye!